Alright, what's going on? It's Friday, 2nd February 2024. It's the afternoon, it's about 4ish. And you join me in Gold Coast. I'm in Gold Coast, not that you can see anything because I'm in some bushes. I'm on a bike, hence the helmet. So, arrived last night, I was just checked in, got some dinner. And yeah, staying at a hostel called Buff's Surface Paradise. It seems quite lively, probably the liveliest hostel I've been in this whole trip. There's actually a bit of energy about the place. It's more of a party hostel than anything else. What's the plan for Gold Coast on the bike today? So today I'm basically riding from the centre of Gold Coast or Surface Paradise, which is Cavill Avenue, where my hostel is, all the way to a place called the Spip Gold Coast. It's basically like a bit of a wharf kind of thing. So cycling all the way there, probably take me half an hour or so. About halfway in a minute. But yeah, so Gold Coast, what's the beginning of this today? And I might do a tour of the national park, Springbrook or Tambourine National Park. I don't have a car, unfortunately. I wanted to do 2 national parks this trip, but I don't think it's going to be possible. I think we're only going to be able to do the one, and it's going to be on a tour, which I'm quite frustrated about. Then obviously going to try and go out tonight and tomorrow night. Gold Coast is a massive party place, so yeah, going to go and have a bit of a night out. So that's what's in store for today and this weekend. Obviously arrived yesterday, I leave on Wednesday. Yesterday was Thursday, I arrived late Thursday, so I'm here till Wednesday, and then on Wednesday I get the bus up to Brisbane for the final leg of the Australia leg on my trip. I also need to go to a gym. I've not trained in over a month because I've injured my wrist. Wrist seems a lot better, so I need to try and get a session in at some point. So that's the plan. I'll take you along for the ride as always. So next scenes will be at the Spit. I'll see you there. Right, we've arrived at the Spit here in Gold Coast. Just going to bike ride all the way to the end, and then hopefully should give me a good view. Give me a good view of the Gold Coast, of the skyline, of the beach, etc. I can't believe I've never been here. I've always wanted to, but I've never really had a chance. So yeah, let's go have a wander down there. So you join me at the end of this. Look at the view into Surface Paradise, Gold Coast. Fantastic. And yeah, everyone's just chilling on the beach over there. Jet ski. Absolutely beautiful. You join me at the marina. So many nice boats here. So many nice boats. Yeah, it's fantastic. Let's climb over. Unreal. Stunning. See some jet skiers like down there. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Back in Surface Paradise. So dropped the bike back at the hostel, and now I just came for a walk. Gonna try and jump in the sea, I think, to cool down and pick up some dinner, and yeah, just have a bit of a stroll around here. Also need to try and find a gym. So I'm going to try and find where it's got a cheap day pass and give it a go. So just so I know where one is for tomorrow, the next couple of days, because I'm going to try and train, I think, either tomorrow or Sunday, or maybe Monday. Wrist feels okay, so we'll give it a go. I'm going to go and have a wander in a bit. What's going on? Monday, 5th of February 2024. You join me in Gold Coast still. So, not put to the camera in 2 or 3 days. I think the last session was maybe Friday. There's obviously Monday. 1, I just needed a break. And 2, I haven't really done much. I've been to the beach and a couple of nights out. And 3, I've just been very tired. This is probably the most tired I've probably ever felt on a trip. And I'm just not recovering. I'm not recovering at all. I tell you, I recovered a bit because I had a nap today. So I slept for like 10 hours, got up, had a shower, and then napped for another 2 hours. And that seemed to help me a bit. But yeah, hostel life is hitting me now. 3 days till 3 nights till I'm in a hotel, and that hotel I cannot wait for. It's going to be unreal. It's going to be the most amazing sleep I'll ever have in my life. That was really northern. Friday night went out with the hostel. It was pretty average actually. In fact, I'd say it's poor. Wasn't my kind of place. Music wasn't my taste. It was like Latin music. It's just not my vibe. Like there are some Latin tracks that I really do like, but it was just not my place. It wasn't my kind of vibe at all. And then Saturday went to the beach, a couple of guys in the hostel, and then went and cycled to where was I think on Friday? The Mirage near there's a famous hotel here called the Palazzo Versace. I think it's on I'm a Celebrity. It's been renamed now, but that hotel, there's like I think where you guys saw me in the marina, I walked around there. That was really nice again. Again, just didn't film, just kind of like just took it all in. Then went out Saturday. That was a really good night. I actually enjoyed it, which is my kind of place. Bounced around a few places, decent music, good energy. Stayed out to about, I think, 1:30, 2. I think what I found here is that night outs kind of finish at like 2, which I like. Like, apart from what happened was, I went and got a Domino's and then I stayed up till 5 AM. Idiot manoeuvre. You know, my Gold Coast nights have been very hit and miss over the years, but that was fantastic, if I must say so myself. Absolutely fantastic night, and it's kind of reaffirmed my belief that, you know, Gold Coast is actually a decent place to go out. The only downside is that you have to pay quite a lot to get in most places. Talking like $10, $20 for average places. So what you kind of have to do is like get the free stamps really early on in the night, which is a bit annoying, but I think if you had to pay for each place, it would have just been ridiculous. It would have been absolutely ridiculous. Overall, it was a very decent night. And then yesterday, Dad went to the beach again. That was about it. Today, just been in the hostel, just been chilled. And now I feel a bit better, not 100% better, but I feel alright. So I'm gonna go to the Sky Deck. So Sky Deck is like a famous viewpoint here in Gold Coast. I've seen photos and it looks fantastic. Blue skies today, so hopefully gonna stay there and watch the sun go down. So that's the plan for this evening. As sees will be the Eureka Sky Deck very shortly. I will see you shortly for some epic views of Gold Coast. Stay tuned. We're heading up there. I got the name wrong as well. It's not called the Eureka Sky Deck. It's called the Skypoint Observation Deck. So apologies for the incorrect naming of said tower. Right, Skypoint, I'll talk more about it when I get downstairs. Skypoint done and dusted. That was actually very good in my opinion, very, very good. The only downside is obviously you can't go outside. Certain viewpoints in that around the world you can obviously have a gander outside, but yeah, it was actually really good. I've seen photos of it from loads of people and the photos match the experience. Absolutely fantastic, incredible views. Stayed till the sun went down, so I got to see like during day, I got to see during night. And I always say like cities look completely different sometimes during day and night, and Gold Coast is one of them. Like definitely, it's just kind of comes alive. So yeah, definitely worth a visit. It's not too expensive either. I think it's about £15, £16, which for a viewing platform isn't too bad at all. I've definitely been to more expensive viewing platforms and had a worse view, but yeah, I would say definitely worth a visit if you're in Gold Coast, Skypoint. Right, I'm gonna get to my late lunch, about 7 o'clock, and I need to get changed, and then go for some drinks. Yeah, might do one more entry today, might be tomorrow, not sure, but if not, it'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going on a day tour to the national park, so looking forward to that. So maybe see you in a bit, or if not, I'll see you tomorrow. Morning, final day in Gold Coast, and I'm on a tour. I'm on a tour here, Springbrook National Park. So basically exploring the national park today, going to view the hotspots. So stay tuned for some interesting little bits. See you shortly.
If it's a camera
final evening on the Gold Coast. You join me by the beach. They were playing beach volleyball here a couple of nights ago. It was really fantastic. I was like, this is what we are missing in the UK. A bit of beach volleyball action at about 8 PM at night. Run you through today. So obviously went on this tour to the national park, and I'll be honest, quite disappointed by it. So we went to 4 spots. We went to 3. The last one we couldn't go to because the rangers shut it down, which is okay. These things happen, you know. Rangers shut it down and police were there for whatever reason. Someone might have gone missing, whatever. I don't know. So obviously that's, you know, these things happen, and hopefully if that person's, hope they're well and alive. So we went to 3 out of the 4 spots. Now, in hindsight, what I should have done is just hired a car and just done it myself, because I was looking online at hire car prices and it was about a quarter of the price, but I didn't know. I really didn't know. And to be honest, I didn't think about it. Very slightly to very disappointed by it. The spots I went to were fantastic. I can't complain, but it's just like the amount you paid basically to get there and back. I could have just done it by myself, I think. Quite frustrating, but it is what it is. The lookouts were nice. It was a nice little afternoon. There's not much more I can say. But I did it, but it was obviously overpriced, because obviously I've wanted to go to the national park for like 5 years. But obviously in hindsight, I should have gone there and just hired a car and done it myself. So that's kind of where I stand on it. Just seen all that, then got back and napped. Struggling at the minute, really struggling. I think I've spoken about this before. Really struggling, just fatigue. The fatigue is there, the tiredness is there. The sleep deprivation. Slept on the bus on the way back. Slept for a couple of hours. Do feel a bit better now, but it's not in a good way at the minute. Really not in a good way. I look okay and I feel okay now. I've actually had time to, I've actually slept loads. And even though I got 7.5 hours, 8 hours, I think probably about 7.5 hours last night, while getting interruptions. So, yeah, I'm not in the best state. Tomorrow I head to Brisbane, got one more, well, tonight and tomorrow night in hostels, and then finally I will be in a hotel Thursday night. I'm gonna go to bed at like 9 PM and just, I say that now, but yeah, I'm struggling to summarise. I'm struggling. It is what it is. It's all my own doing. It is all my own doing. I have full responsibility because I book everything. Also, I've not been helped by the hostel scene in New Zealand and hostel/hotel scene in Australia. Ridiculously expensive for hotels. So it is what it is. Got dinner, grilled chicken burger, 3 sliders, smoothie from 7-Eleven, and now I'm walking along here. And like I said, I was walking along here a couple of nights ago. It's absolutely fantastic. So many people just like out and about, just enjoy the warm evenings here. And yeah, it's a cool place to live, I think, Gold Coast. I think the one thing I can't get my head around is how it just kind of comes alive at night. It's quite, I wouldn't say semi-dead, but it's not hugely busy during the day. I think what's really interesting is how the amount of like flats and tall buildings doesn't correspond to the amount of people who are maybe out and about, like the city centre, which I find really interesting. It's almost like you've got all these tall buildings and it feels like no one's in them. Obviously there are, because you can see the lights on and stuff like that, but on the actual ground it doesn't correspond in mine. I think that's really interesting about Gold Coast. Everybody notices this trip. Gold Coast is basically done and dusted. I head to Brisbane tomorrow, go to get a bus in the morning at about 12ish. I arrive at Brisbane at lunchtime. I need to go and train. I need to find a gym. Not training 5 weeks now. It's the longest time since COVID I've not trained because of my wrist, which is still a bit sore, but I'm just gonna have to train through it. On night Gold Coast tonight, just gonna basically head back now and get a semi-early-ish night. Bus to Brisbane in the morning, so I'll catch up with you guys in Brisbane. Gold Coast, it's been good. It's been good to come back here. Gold Coast, knowing that I've had some really good, some decent times in this trip. So, I'm glad, and we move on. Welcome back to Gold Coast. I don't know. I really don't know. Again, I've still not done a few things, national parks basically. Because it's a nice spot, the beaches are nice, the weather's fantastic for the most part, sun's out. It's just a nice spot. So, that's kind of how I feel. So, I'm gonna balance up here. Thank you so much for watching. Next scenes will be in Brisbane. I hope you enjoy that ramble. So I'll see you guys later. See you in Brisbane, guys.